We're at the Holland America booth, and Mark, I missed you on the panel this year because last year I thought you brought up some really excellent points about how travel agents can focus on cruising and grow their business.
Thanks.
So let's pretend you're on the panel
Okay,
for a moment.
we can do that.
And let's talk to the travel agents in Canada a little bit about what advice you'd give them this coming season to really grow and focus on cruising, which could really use a little bit of development in the Canadian market, as we know.
Yeah, well, the first thing that any agent needs to do if they're going to think about cruising is pick the products that they're going to get familiar with. And so that gets them that credibility that they need if they have any conversations with one of their clients. They have to go back through the vacations that they like to take and say, where's that place they've always wanted to go? And figure out how a cruise fits that. Because one of the best ways in, if you haven't done a lot of it, is to match that destination and that brand to the client's potential choice. And it becomes a more natural conversation than to have to somebody who's never taken a cruise. Many, many Canadians enjoy our Alaska cruises. It's one way we get a lot of people to cruise for the first time, and obviously because it's easy for Canadians to get over to Vancouver. And the whole industry has a lot of choices going out of there. It's one of the great first-time cruise markets. So if you're thinking right now, you can sell somebody on a great summer vacation in Alaska all across Canada.
Question for you. The Canadian market is so focused in winter, I'm going back to different seasons now, on the charters, the sun, the beach. Charter, beach. Agent is faced with someone who wants some sun. How do they get them to think about cruise versus the beach holiday and the land package?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. I've had some discussions with the Canadian agents, and one of the great advantages that many of the agents have up in Canada is often the Canadians are taking more than 1 week of vacation. And so one of the ways they present it is, well, if you want it, you can have both. You can go down to a sunny destination like Fort Lauderdale, where Holland America departs from, spend part of your time on the beach in Fort Lauderdale, then you can jump on the cruise and enjoy the Caribbean. It's all sun, it's all about being warm, but it gives you two distinctly different kinds of experience. So in some ways you don't really have to fight. You can give them both of what they want, and that's one of the characteristics that's great about the Canadian travel market is you guys take all your vacation. So, and the whole country's cold at once, so you want to take your vacation someplace warm.
So true. Holland America. Well-known brands, steady brands, solid brands. Lots of innovations in the industry. Do you feel that you need to start coming up with any bells and whistles in order to remain competitive, or how are you seeing the future of Holland America?
Well, we see it very brightly. I mean, we are innovating around our experience. I mean, you may or may not be aware of it, but we have our Dancing with the Stars at Sea program, and that's our alliance with the Dancing with the Stars program. It's on every one of our cruises. So on every cruise, we hold a Dancing with the Stars competition and have a winner at the end of the cruise. In fact, in January, we had the winners from each one of our 15 ships join us on a special cruise in January with the stars and the professionals from Dancing with the Stars to crown a winner. So that's a form of innovation that puts the experience in the hands of our guests. You can look at our culinary operations and what we've done with our Pinnacle Grill and how we are remaking that to excite our guests around our Pacific Northwest Steakhouse. Or you can just look often at what we do well all the time, which is destination. I mean, we innovate in some ways by where we go and how we can show people the world. With 15 ships that can fit into a variety of ports that maybe some larger ships can't, it makes it really possible for us to present some great things to the guests from Canada.
Thank you so much for your time, Mark.
You're welcome.